welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time landing here today, my name is Kathy. I'm a South African expat wife and mom who recently made the move to Perth with my family, and we arrived in April 2022. If you've landed on my channel a couple of times before and have watched a few of my videos, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's video where I'm going to be focusing on the fun things that we've enjoyed as new arrivals to this beautiful city. These are activities we've enjoyed as a family and a few sites that I think are important for you to enjoy as a new arrival and hopefully within budget and easy to access. The immigration process can be long and draining, and sometimes it's easy to lose focus of what you're going to be able to enjoy when you do finally touch down in Perth. So I really hope that the video shed some light on what's waiting for you once you get here. If you've just arrived or are new to Perth, I hope it gives you some things to look forward to doing in your coming weeks. And I think it is really important to have these little joys and goals to look forward to. So start making yourself an activity list of things you'd love to see and do once you do get here. It's something like a bit of a vision board that'll keep you motivated and inspire you to keep pushing on when you feel buried under all the paperwork it takes to get here and to finally make that big move. It's all worth it in the end. So the first place I recommend you pop in and pay a visit to would be Elizabeth Quay. It's in the Perth CBD, and nothing makes you feel like you've really arrived in Perth like seeing the beautiful Swan River. Elizabeth Quay has got some beautiful sights of the city. You can also see the Elizabeth Quay Bridge, which is a really iconic place to take a photograph as new arrivals, and it's beautiful at sort of sunset when they switch on the lights. There's enough light to take a photograph, but you also get the fluorescent lights in the photo, which are beautiful. You'll see iconic views of the Swan River, and you can also grab a bite to eat at one of the many eateries or coffee shops around the promenade. They do also have a few entertainment activities for young children. Sometimes they have fair things such as a train or a carousel that your little one can enjoy. For older kids, you could possibly rent a scooter or some bicycles and explore Elizabeth Quay that way if you like. If you're really lucky, you might even see dolphins. We were fortunate enough in our first week while walking around Elizabeth Quay to spot some dolphins swimming up into the marina, and it was so surreal seeing the sort of city background of the buildings and then the dolphins coming into the marina with that as their backdrop. It was really beautiful and a special experience. So a great spot just to feel like you finally made it to Perth, and somewhere that's not expensive to visit at all. You don't have to pay entrance or anything like that. You'll literally pay for your food and whatever you choose to enjoy activity-wise once you get there. Next on the list are some of the beautiful beaches that you can visit in Perth. And I think one of the things as a South African we never stop appreciating is the safety factor, and the fact that you can actually visit some of these beaches at sunset and even in the early evening, and you're quite safe to do so, which we've really maximized on. It is getting a bit colder now in winter to spend the evenings on the beach, especially if there's wind, but the autumn evenings were lovely, and I think spring and summer nights we're going to be spending a lot of time visiting the beaches. So a few of our favorites so far have included Cottesloe, where we went with some friends our first week as well. We actually celebrated my birthday there. It's a beautiful beach to go and watch the sunset, and it's just got a lovely vibe about it. So something for the whole family to enjoy at a very low cost. You can pack a picnic and go and enjoy the views. Then we've also enjoyed visiting Trigg Beach quite a lot. There's a lot of rocky outcrop along Trigg Beach, and they've got a wonderful walkway. So if you want on a weekend morning to grab a coffee and take a stroll, explore the beaches around, there are also quite a few dog-friendly beaches in this area. So it's a good spot for you to take your fur baby if you do have a pet and explore a few of the beaches that you can take them to in the summer. On to activities where you can experience some of Australia's amazing wildlife. This is a big one for most of us arriving here. I feel we all want to go out and see koalas and kangaroos. So we've gone to two spots to do this. I'll start with Caversham Wildlife Reserve. So this is a privately owned reserve, and they facilitate real animal encounters where you can get face-to-face with a kangaroo, koala, a wombat. They have a wonderful farmyard as well where children can touch farm animals and experience what it would be like to milk a cow, shear a sheep, and all things Australian. So we really enjoyed our time at Caversham. I do think it's great value for money at $32 per adult, and children over, I believe it's the age of 5, have to pay $15 entrance fee. So if your little one's younger than that, they go in free. Caversham also allows you to have a photo opportunity with a wombat at no extra charge. I'll insert our little family photo here, but if you do want to hold a koala bear, that's something you're going to have to pay for. They then have a really large paddock with kangaroos and wallabies who are relatively used to people, and they seemed quite tame. We were able to go into the paddock again at no charge and give our little girl a face-to-face encounter with kangaroos, which was so exciting and something we really enjoyed. It's about 30 minutes drive out of the city, so not really far at all. That's obviously if you're north of the river, you can enjoy a day out. It's quite a large park. We weren't able to cover the whole park with our little girl. She's young, so I would recommend budgeting for a whole day out. You are also able to bring your own picnic, so you don't have to buy food once you get to the park. If you are trying to be budget conscious, you can pack something yourself and enjoy. They've got picnic tables and everything you need. Then the next spot I'll talk about is Yanchep National Park. So this is a little bit of a further drive out of the city, north. You go further north, but it is an absolutely beautiful reserve to visit. So it's got a few kangaroos. It's also got koala bears, and they are in a more wild and natural setting, and the animals are free roaming. So it's quite exciting to go on the hunt for kangaroos, to try find them and get some photos. And we really enjoyed the experience of walking around and learning a bit more about the indigenous bush and koalas. It was our first koala sighting to see at Yanchep. They're not actually indigenous to this part of Australia, so they are there as part of a breeding program. So Yanchep, I'd strongly recommend it, but there's no guarantee you're going to see the kangaroos. Luckily, the koalas are in an enclosed area, and you will definitely be able to spot a few of them in the blue gum trees. Sit under huge trees on beautiful rolling lawns and just enjoy what Australia has to offer in a very natural setting. I think Yanchep's got, it'll definitely hit the mark on other levels. So enjoy that family day out and a beautiful drive up north. On the list is probably one of my favorite outings we've done so far, and that was visiting Raeburn Orchards during the autumn or fall months. So they open up their orchard for people to come and take photos. It's persimmon season. If you don't know what a persimmon is, I'm inserting a picture here for you. I didn't really know either. They taste absolutely delicious. You're not there to pick the fruit. You are able to purchase it in store, but you pay a minimal fee to gain access to the orchard, and it's basically for you to go and take some amazing family photographs and enjoy the beautiful colors that autumn in Perth has to offer. So I will insert a little picture here of some of the photos we got. We then made a day of it by packing a picnic lunch, and we could also take our dog along for the day out. So that was a great way to spend an afternoon at a very low cost. It's impossible to create a list like this about Perth without mentioning beautiful Kings Park. So Kings Park is in the city centre. It's absolutely huge. It provides you with breathtaking views of the Swan River, of the city skyline. It's got huge trees, beautiful walkways, and it's a wonderful place to pack a family picnic. We decided to spend Anzac Day weekend. We packed a picnic and visited that park. It just felt like a great way to celebrate being in Perth. Anzac Day is celebrated it's quite a huge celebration actually on the calendar. It's remembering soldiers. Kings Park was a beautiful way to go and celebrate that day and enjoy it with other people who have made Perth their home. If you are moving to Perth, I would recommend you go out and buy yourself a picnic set ASAP. Picnicking is really popular here because eating out can be quite expensive, and honestly, with such beautiful natural environments around you, you actually want to be sitting outside under the trees and not in a restaurant. Kings Park is a great place to also see indigenous plants and just learn a little bit more about the area. Honestly, there are so many different things you can do, and I think we've only just scratched the surface as new arrivals. I'm going to throw in a few short bonus tips of things that we've enjoyed, and those include, so it's definitely worthwhile going and visiting some of the inner city parks. Even if you're south of the river or north of the river, take the little drive through every now and again and visit parks like Queen's Gardens, Subiaco Common. These are all really stunning. I'll insert a few pictures here below. A lot of them have ducks and swans, so it's great for you to go and show your little ones. And again, pack a picnic and just make the most of these gorgeous facilities. I think for South Africans, it's something we would really value, and it's something we didn't get to enjoy in our own country because of safety issues and high crime rates. So if you're someone who's looking forward to that part of making your move to Australia, Perth is not going to disappoint. There are tons of public places for you to head out and enjoy for free over your weekends. Then take a walk along the Swan River. Try and do this sort of late afternoon or early morning. It's absolutely beautiful. You'll see boats up and down the river, lots of other people enjoying being outside, and it's just a stunning way to really feel like you've finally arrived in Perth. You could also catch a ferry if that's something you would like to do, to go from north to south. It's not a very expensive thing to do. You can catch a ferry from Elizabeth Quay and just enjoy the sights that the Swan River has to offer. Tons of bird life, beautiful skyscapes as well. Then I thought I'd share with you guys just a few of our plans for the spring and summer months and what is on our to-do list or on our social calendar, places we're really looking forward to visiting. So the first being, there's a tulip festival at the Raeburn Botanical Gardens. I think I've said that right. It's in Roleystone. So for those of you who don't know me very well, I love flowers, absolutely obsessed with them. I chase them around, and tulips are one of my favorites. So they are blooming for a very short time, obviously, in the spring months, and you can pop down in August to visit the tulip festival at this park and get your tulip fix. Then we're also going to be attending Jack Johnson in Kings Park in November. Beyond excited. We are huge Jack Johnson fans. My husband and I have been listening to him since we were teenagers, and to actually see him live was on our bucket list. And to see him live in Kings Park the very year we made the move to Perth, it feels surreal. And when the tickets came available, we just had to book. I think there are still some tickets. So I'm picturing a really warm summer evening out listening to Jack Johnson's mellow songs. Cannot wait. Looking forward to that. Then we're going to be joining in the Spring Festival at S&R Orchards. So they open up their orchard during the spring months of September, and you get to go and enjoy the beautiful views of blossom. And you will definitely be seeing posts and pictures of that on my Instagram accounts. And yeah, just it looks like a great fun day out for the whole family. Then the next thing we really want to do when it warms up is visit Rottnest Island. We could probably squeeze it in the winter months. We just thought for Nova, she would probably enjoy being able to splash around in the water a bit, and it would just be easier for all of us on a nice hot summer day versus a cold winter windy day. So Rottnest is on the list. We have to go see quokkas and just explore such an iconic site of Perth. So that's happening as soon as weather allows. And then we're also going to be exploring a few of the beautiful natural swimming holes and spots inland. It doesn't always have to be along the beaches. There are some stunning places to go to camp, and we hope to be camping and exploring the indigenous part of Perth a little bit more, venturing out of the city. And these swimming holes look absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to take a nice, cool and refreshing swim during the hot summer months. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope these sites and activities give you a little bit of inspiration of what you're going to be doing when you finally arrive, or if you've just arrived, I hope they get you going and maybe you're going to plan to visit something this weekend. I look forward to making more videos for you. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and please drop a comment down below. And I really love hearing from you, hearing your feedback, hearing your views. It helps the channel as well get recommended to other people who are in the same position as we all are. And then lastly, subscribe to my channel. If you're enjoying the videos, I'd love to have you as a viewer, and I hope that they add some value to your day today. So that's it for me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.